confidence, flexibility, collaboration, community. I mean, this is what theater is it's a collaborative art in every way, shape, and form. Working together for a common goal to create something that you're going to give to a community, to appreciate, to make them cry, to make them laugh, to make them happy.
Everybody's so close with each other, and it's just a really safe space after like a stressful school day, and it's just like, I have rehearsal after school.
Yeah, you spend so much time regardless of what show you're doing with your castmates, so it's like you get really close to your friends, and some of them basically become family with how much time you spend together.
Yeah, it's a really easy place to just be yourself, without fear of being judged. And I mean, yeah, it's like a family at school.
My middle school was a performance arts school, and it had dancing and theater, and it just really, I grew up with it, and it grew with me too, so that's why I like it.
This year's Bird Bash is focusing on 3 different areas to help support our theater and choir programs in Robbinsdale area schools. The first part of the program is really around making sure that we have the right supplies in place for our secondary theater programs, and that would be 2 items. One is a rehearsal cube inventory, and really rehearsal cubes are simply about 16 by 16 by 16 inches, a cube made out of wood that can be placed in different places. They can be rearranged to create scenery. They can be arranged to create different pieces of furniture that students and actors will need when they're blocking their theater pieces.
We have some, but some of them are kind of old and falling apart a little bit.
We have had some break, or they're really rickety.
I mean, everything falls apart after a while. This is a program that's been around for a long time, and this school has been around for a long time as well, so things wear out through use, and we do use them.
The first thing that I said when I got here is I wanted some rehearsal cubes because I use them for everything. We have some in the auditorium, but they're being used for other things. I need some for the classroom as well, because if I've got a bunch of theater cubes or rehearsal cubes, we can create anything. The students start to see something that's not there.
We use them all the time.
They're essential for us.
Yeah, until we built the tables for this show, we used them as our table. We use them as stairs, we use them as chairs. They're used for everything.
Everything until your set's built.
Another piece of this is going to be funding for dance mirrors, or that will be used when students are learning choreography, both in dance classes and also for our musical theater productions. It's really helpful for them to learn choreography when they can actually see what their bodies are doing and they can see what the dance steps are.
To have a set of mirrors, even if it's just 3 to 4, on wheels that are movable, for students to be able to see their bodies, their whole bodies, as they're working is detrimental. My kids use the mirrors as walls sometimes, or partitions. So that also becomes part of the creative process, is to have these classes, even just one in every single school, at every middle school. That gets kids excited and interested in the arts, and that gets them exposed at that young age.
The second part of our plan is going to be to engage our secondary choir students in working with an artist in residence over a number of months, where they would work with the students on generating some ideas for a larger piece of music, longer, and one that involves many different ensembles, where the composer would come and gather musical ideas from the students, both in terms of the music, but also the lyrics and the content of the piece. They would go and work towards a composition. They would perhaps come back and bring that to the students for their feedback, and eventually this would be worked into a full-length finished piece of music to perform. And we would like to perform it at our annual Fall Music Festival at Orchestra Hall in downtown Minneapolis.
We do a fall music festival where we have a conductor come out, and usually there's a theme every year, and they come and they teach us music and put the songs together. It's very different than having just your choir teacher who you see every day. It's really nice to work with a new face, somebody to help you grow.
Another need that we have in our performing arts areas is really to provide some resources to take students out into the community to really take advantage of all of the performing arts resources that we have throughout the Twin Cities. We're so lucky in the Twin Cities to have such a great variety of organizations to partner with.
The theater scene here in the Twin Cities is so strong. Transportation to and from events is so expensive. Any funding that goes into field trips that gets students seeing great things, that's what we need.
Students need to be able to see actual theater productions and actual performances out in the community. And so the third part of this funding will help provide resources in terms of bus funding to take them out into the community to be a part of those performances and to see those performances.
A lot of students have the idea where it's, oh, I can't take music as like a career or further than just out of the classroom. Being able to go outside and see different types of musicians, not just like musicians you see on social media, would have been very helpful and beneficial to a lot of different students.
For our choirs, sometimes they wear robes for their performances, but sometimes they're involved in performances that a robe is not needed or not appropriate. And in that situation, our choirs wear shirts that all match. But at this time, our students purchase them on their own. And so if we're able to raise some funds to cover the cost of shirts for our students, that just takes down one barrier for them for participation and just allows them to participate without having that worry of having to purchase a shirt. We're so thankful to Seven Dreams for their continued support of our arts programming. Without your support, we couldn't do what we're doing. It takes a community, and we're so thankful for your support.
Thank you, Seven Dreams, for providing the funding for our performance arts.
So thank you so much, Seven Dreams Foundation, for putting the Bird Bash together, and for all of you donors. We absolutely can't do this without your help. Thank you so much, Seven Dreams.
Thank you for donating the Seven Dreams. Really appreciate it.
I just want to say thank you to Seven Dreams and anyone who has given to Seven Dreams to help the great work that is done for us here at Robbinsdale Schools.
Thank you, Seven Dreams.